you've heard the citation. That's why I wanted to not say a few words until you've heard the citation. And you can realise that John Hegarty was one of Terence McSweeney's main people. I mean, and we're talking about seriously through the whole thing. He was a very significant person. And what I would like to emphasise today is that we are in the same movement. We have the living links, and furthermore, it's not just individuals, because it was families. It wasn't just your father who was coming on as well. And we spent a year, this whole year, doing a lot of commemorations, and we were part of the Port Battalion in Dublin, and it was families, 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 and the families are still there. So the movement is still there, and we should be aware of that. I'm also particularly glad about Pat Rochford, because is in another way another living link. Because when I left UCD to come into this constituency, I joined Thomas Russell Common. But even before that, where Pat was, even before that, I joined the FCA, and my officer was Pat Rochford. And we're talking about more than a half century ago. So we've got a lot of living links. A few days ago, we had the first meeting of the party subcommittee to do with the commemorations from now on. And we have a bit of a gap here, 1917, because what happened really in 1917? Actually, they were organising. So we know about 1918, we'll be celebrating the anti-conscription and then the election, 1919, the first meeting of the thought. We should be thinking in terms of the contrast between the past and the future, between the vision that drove these people. They were prepared for government when they hadn't any chance that there would be government, in their view. But they were preparing all the time for government. They had a vision. They had a vision. We should be thinking about what is our vision for 100 years' time. All around the world, government is collapsing because of an inability to govern. Right across Europe, America, whatever. And the same is happening here. The people who had the vision then, they're worth studying. They're worth actually considering the kind of vision that they had and what they were planning to do. And then, I would like to think in terms of 1917 to 1947. That's a period when Fianna was founded and did a lot with slums in Dublin, with a lot of poverty, a lot worse situation than we have and that we may have. It's going to take a lot of strength, political activity. So we are the inheritors of that tradition. And we have two men here who are the representatives of that fantastic tradition. If you think of it since 1798, what happened? It was always every second generation, because the next generation say, oh, my dad got involved in all sorts of things and we never got employment, and things were injured, we never had a proper job. And then the grandfather would inspire the granddaughter, or the grandmother would inspire the grandson. Let's skip the generation and now let's inspire the future, because we need to really start again. We need to have that passion and that vision. We can do it. And so, again, Gurmagov Gokenya, Gurmagov and Bertagov, Jim, Agus Pat, we're very, very proud of you, and we're delighted that we can do this, and that we're able to do this tonight. Gurmagov.